We based it on a program in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
through the National Alliance to End Homelessness there. And basically what the research was showing us back in 2010 is that if you give a small infusion of financial resources to a young person who's relatively stable in terms of employment or work or school, and you give them a small injection of money up front so that they can be housed, the likelihood of them losing their housing is 25% instead of a much higher percentage for other populations.
Wow.
So 75% success rate. And we found that is probably about right. Most of the youth that we accept into that program maintain housing.
Excellent. So moving upstairs, we have another couple, or not a couple, we have a bunch of other initiatives. The first one is the Employment Center for people who have not had employment. So that the program there, the 16-week program, can you tell me about us a bit about that?
Yeah, so there are two, what I would call supported employment programs upstairs. And they're fundamentally using the same type of model of intervention. But they are for youth that are interested in finding jobs of their own in the community. And some of, there, as I said, there are two. One offers a full-time subsidy for youth to be out on what's called a work experience for 14 weeks. The other doesn't offer that work experience subsidy, but instead it offers training in 3 sectors where there's a high demand in the marketplace for workers.
Yes.
So retail, hospitality, and tourism. So those youth get a certain amount of training, and then the staff help them find a job in one of those 3 sectors. The other one provides a wage subsidy for employers in any sector that somebody is interested in working in.
Wow. And so
they're both really good.
That's incredible.
And they provide a lot of support, intensive support.
So with people with nothing on a resume, they can, with youth with maybe a blank resume, you're helping with the training for windmiss training and all the first aid and so many other
Exactly, they get all those
certifications.
certifications.
You just fill up that resume and put them ready, which is great. And in the other program, we are maybe because of lack of hours at their current employment or something like that, you're able to work with them and then we can
help them find something else. Yeah, it's all about finding a good match.
Absolutely.
It's like anyone else that gets a job. Sometimes they don't necessarily like the place they work, and so they want to try and find something else. And so we find that here too. As long as somebody's motivated to keep working at something, then we're going to wrap them around with as many resources as they need to be successful.
That's wonderful. And with right employers and managers, and I know there's a lot of managers out there that are just not as good, and there's a lot that you work with that are good. So I think that's incredible. And then FarmWorks is amazing too.
Yeah, so FarmWorks is an organic. We farm on an organic farm called Just Food. And we farm half an acre of land every year, and we sell community-supported agricultural shares to the general public, but also to corporations as a method for their employees in terms of using it as a wellness program.
Yeah.
So instead of offering them counseling through their EAP program, they offer them vegetables so that they eat well, so that they're possibly more productive, and so that they're feeling better.
I'm with Karen at the food at the
exactly.
I know she would love this.
Yeah, so basically that's what it is. But we're also selling to one of our other social enterprises, which is very new, called FoodWorks. And so some of the produce that's being produced on the FarmWorks farm is being sold to the FoodWorks social enterprise, which is a new meal delivery business for seniors and people with disabilities that are at risk of losing their independence.
Yeah.
So the idea is to grow the organic produce on the Just Food farm, sell it to the FoodWorks social enterprise, produce good quality meals for $8 a meal, and deliver those on e-bicycles and with Virtue Car in the winter months, Virtue Car.
Wow.
And so we're just launching FoodWorks now. So we're looking for customers to sign up.
So where can they go to sign up? Where can customers go?
So they can go to our website and look up FoodWorks, or they can call our staff, our FoodWorks staff, Reem, at Operation Come Home's main number, extension 253.
Excellent. And how much are shares kind of for the...
For the FarmWorks farm, full share for a family, so a family share is $575 for a season.
Yes.
And that's generally between 14 and 18 weeks of fresh organic vegetables.
And for half share for a smaller family?
Yeah, so half share I think is $2.75. I'm going to say. So that would be for a couple or for one person if they like to eat a lot of vegetables.
Incredible.
It's a fairly large basket that you get.
So these are some incredible social enterprises that are going on here. Thank you so much for
You're
doing
welcome.
all of them. So,
You're welcome.
How many employees or volunteers do we have in total now at Operation Come Home? And how is that? Has it increased exponentially with the addition of all these new enterprises?
So employees fluctuate.
Yeah.
Because our budget fluctuates.
Absolutely.
So we don't have any core funding that we can rely on year after year to keep all of our programs and services operating. So sometimes there are more and sometimes there are less employees. But on average, there's between 10 and 15 full-time employees that work for Operation Come Home. And we would have anywhere between 40 to 75 volunteers because we also do outreach and we have teams of volunteers that go out in the community Monday to Saturday, I'm going to say.
Okay. From
6 to 8 o'clock at night, and they try to engage young people that are staying outside.
And so that they can get word of the Operation Come Home.
Exactly. They try to encourage them to come here, and they try to refer them to other resources if they need something at that moment.
That's wonderful. Where are you looking for volunteers the most right now, if anybody's interested in
We need people to answer our phones.
Okay.
And it's really important here. We do not use our voicemail because a young person could be calling in at our 1-800 number.
Yes.
And so we have to answer the phone 8 hours a day in case someone is calling in crisis.
Yes.
So we need people to answer our phones. We only have one steady volunteer here that answers phones. We need people to help with administration. We need people to help with FoodWorks, our latest social enterprise. We're looking to get some more customers, and so we need people that might be interested in helping us with sales.
Yes.
Anyone that likes doing sales could give us a call for that.
Wow.
We always need volunteers in our shop, in our repurposed shop. So there's lots of different opportunities here for volunteers.
And what should they do if they want to volunteer? Go to the website. Is there a volunteer form on the website?
There is a volunteer form on the website.
Wonderful.
And the contact person is Linda.
Excellent. And Linda is on vacation, but I hear great things about her.
She's in Los Angeles right now, as a matter of fact.
I'll see her at Schmutz. Well, thank you so much. So that's why we need continual donations here because, like we were talking about earlier, it's not just about buying that one fridge or buying that one thing. We need to sustain this. We need to get a constant stream to pay for the rent and to help pay for the employees so we can continually get this on the go and maybe stop all homelessness in the city.
Well, that is our goal. We'd all love to be out of a job. Unfortunately,
exactly.
In the 25 years that I've been an executive director, it's gotten progressively worse. However, that doesn't mean at some point with proper funding and systems that work really effectively and organizations working with one another collaboratively, all of those things mean that things are easier for clients. And when they're easier, that means that clients become more successful.
And that's what we want.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, you're doing some great stuff. Thank you so much for taking your time with me today. I'll just go through a few events this weekend. Before we go, we got the Ottawa Food and Wine Show coming up. Hindenburg happening over at the Carleton's having a fundraiser tonight, so that's good for the Hindenburg area. Please donate to help the victims of the fire on Somerset yesterday. That was terrible.
That's right around the corner from here, actually.
Yeah, Daily Grind is such a great place in the city. Steak is opening back after their fire, so one fire that's unfortunate. Hopefully Daily Grind can open up again. Beagle, an Ottawa-based app, is having a launch party tonight at the Mercury Lounge, so that's going to be interesting. Of course, Bosveld and Acorn at Wakefield, Ottawa International Writers Festival, ski and snowboard sale, 9th annual Babes for Breast concert. What are some events that are coming up for Operation Come Home other than the party on December 3rd, 5 to 9 p.m. where I'll be?
Well, I'll just tell you about one more event that's happening tonight at the Red Apron on Gladstone.
Amazing.
They're going to be interviewing some of the young people that are making muesli at the Parkdale Food Center.
Yes,
apartment 613,
Joanne over at Red Apron.
Joanne over at Red Apron, and probably I don't know who else is going to be there, but we just tweeted that out for people to know about.
Okay, so
they're going to be selling their muesli in our repurposed shop.
Oh, great!
And so
that's an awesome part.
Yeah, so and they're doing some great work over there. So we just
100%.
wanted to tell people about that. We have a youth Christmas party coming up in December. It is on, I'm going to say December 10th. So we're always looking for donations for that party.
So what kind of donations are you looking for?
So we're looking for toys to give out to youth that have children of their own. We're looking for food items. We're looking for gift cards. We're looking for new socks and toiletries of any kind.
Wow.
Would be very helpful.
That's
And other than the youth Christmas party and the repurposed shopping party, those are the two main events between now and the end of the year.
And the annual breakfast, do you know a date for next year?
I do.
So
give me 1 second. I can
I know
quickly give you that.
So I know when to buy my tickets.
So the annual breakfast will be held on
We're waiting for this one.
Wednesday, September 21st, 2016, from 7:30 to 9 a.m. And it'll be held at the Shaw Center in the Trillium Ballroom.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
It was great to meet you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we're going to listen to one more song from Bosveld. See them on Friday. $20 for bus from Babylon, to and from Babylon. And this is Back of Your Mind. Thank you so much. And we'll join us back next week. It's going to be an awesome one next week. A little Eco District. Talking about Eco District. Oh, we have one more. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. We have one more event that I want to tell everybody about. I'm just quickly looking for the date. This is our annual 24 Hours of Homelessness.
Yes.
And it is sponsored by Shea 106 every year. And one of our board members works at Shea 106, Eric the intern. And he stays outside for 24 hours raising money and awareness about homelessness.
City Hall?
It will be at the Royal Oak on the corner of Bank and Gloucester Street. And it'll start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday. It'll be Thursday, January 28th, 2016. Starting at 4 on that Thursday until 4 o'clock the next day. And they will be featuring 12 bands. It's free admission by donation only to Operation Come Home. And there'll be a whole bunch of people sleeping outside as well to raise awareness about OCH.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So that's a fun event too. So if anybody wants to come, they're just getting all the bands lined up. There'll be a different band every hour for a 12-hour period.
Wow, that's wonderful. So I will be there for that as well.
That's great.
Thank you so much. So here's Bosveld, Back in Your Mind. See you and have a great week, everyone.